Good evening, folks. What I've got here is the 1 3/4 inch pillow block bearing. I've got 2 screws through the bearing itself. The screw here is going right through, touching the shafts. This screw is going through, touching that screw. So this shaft with the block in it, the block around it, and inside the bearing will allow the bearing in assembly to oscillates. And I'll try to show it to you. So when the axle spins from the 14-inch pulley that I have to put on, it will oscillate like this. Now if this is just a mock-up of what everything would look like minus the clamps. This is what it would look like with the RockCan Crusher installed and doing everything. So it'll oscillate like this and move about 60 RPMs, if I can get it right, and it will oscillate around, and again it'll crush the cans. So I have this just mocked up for now. I'll try to move the tablet so you can see. Or at least try to get a better view of it. Patience with me, please. Okay. So, oops, just trying to balance this on the end of the frame. So, if it were to be in the down position, let's just look this up. Okay. So if it was in the down position, or the position it's going to be at, it would be probably about like this. And if we were to look from the side, this piece here is just what was left over. This is not 14 inches long. If I scroll over here, that is the 14-inch piece. That is going to be the solid jaw, or the left jaw. If we look over there, the right jaw, which is going to mount to this bearing, is in the vise being drilled. So, back over here, so this is just a mock-up piece and what was left over. So, and since I don't have any holes through it, just gotta use some clamps. So, if I were to try and do this with one hand, see if I can hold this and do it all. Worked best with 2 hands last time. See if I can just hold on to this. Okay, so now hopefully we can see everything. So when it oscillates, it will do this. I know I'm trying to hold the video camera and do this all at the same time, so hope it turns out good. So with everything lined up, hold on a second. Just want to hold on to the tablet a little bit better, more secure. Okay. So, in line with the can hopper and the tunnel, just for a simple mock-up. If I were to let go of everything, sorry about that. So here's how everything is looking so far. I just put some, let's see if I can bring this up, some simple bolts in there for right now. But this 2-inch square piece is going to be in here, and I need that in order to take up the gap. That's right here. Oh yeah, it's got some heft to it. So as you can see, this 2x2 piece needed to be in there, so I didn't have to change the axle location, which I don't want to do. And I don't want to change the location of the hopper and everything. So, still have to disassemble and take this part off. But the main reason I don't want to move this axle or this hopper tunnel is because of the cam action. That's set in a specific length, specific everything, just so it works. So if we rotate the shaft, the lobe, try to hold this tablet better. So with everything moving and rotating, get a better hold on it. Focus is not working. Doesn't know what to focus on. There we go. So with the lobe on there, working for the camshaft, and we can possibly see the slightest little rub mark from the brass nut, pardon my nail, but showing right there. Interesting. Now the bottom of this I polished to a mere finish, so it'd be super smooth. So that's what I have mocked up so far, and for this piece I have to cut some angle iron, possibly the 2x2, maybe the 1.5 by 1.5. So here's the 2x2 square minus, a chunk out of it. So as we walk over here, this is how I have it set up to drill this hole. Since this is 7¼ inches away from the center, I won't be able to, sorry, I'm pointing. This is 7.5 inches, 7¼ inches, I'm sorry, it's light. 7¼ inches from the end. My width here is only 5 inches. So, and I know this looks like a complete mess, but it sorta is, sorta isn't. But I've got nuts and bolts set aside that I'm going to use. I'm going to use these two here to go through here, the 2x2 and the 2x4, and get back over here. I'll be using 1/2 inch 13 tap to tap holes into it so I can put this long bolt all the way through, and there'll be threaded holes that this will go into. So that's what's going to be into here, is this will be This will be drilled and tapped to accept 1/2 inch 13. Same with this one. It'll be drilled and tapped. And a bit ago, I just got done drilling the hole, tapping that hole, and there's another hole right underneath there that's drilled and tapped. This is also drilled and tapped previously before me. That's just an extra hole for something else. And there's the other hole that's drilled and tapped. I just made them equal on both sides. This down here basically is going to be the hinge of the unit. Pillow block bearing will be mounted up there. You can do it this way. There we go. So, reverse order of the bolts. Bolt heads pointing up. So, pillow block bearing assembly stuff will be right here. Mounted onto here. There'll be a hinge point down here. So the whole thing will be able to oscillate, move back and forth, and crush the cans. So, hope you like it. And so far, this is what it's looking. I'm just pausing here for a nice little picture for a thumbnail to show everything. And until next video, catch you later and have fun. Bye bye.